Now we've reached 2024, it seems like there are millions of different family SUVs available, making it impossible to choose. This is why we've narrowed down the list to the top 10 options, factoring in value for money, running costs, cargo space, comfort, as well as a few other things. In no particular order. Number 1. Kia Telluride. The Kia Telluride is probably the best affordable 3-row SUV on sale right now, pairing some handsome exterior styling with a nice cabin, plenty of cargo space, and an overall feeling that you're getting more than what you paid for. No matter the trim, the Telluride has a 3.8-liter naturally aspirated V6 under the hood that makes almost 300 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. All-wheel drive is optional across all trim levels, and the transmission is a smooth 8-speed automatic. 0 to 60 happens in about 7 seconds. The most adventurous of you should know that the Telluride boasts up to 8.4 inches of ground clearance and can tow up to 5,500 pounds. That means you can take it to moderately challenging off-road paths and it will behave just right. The interior is surprisingly upscale. It just makes you happy that you don't have to spend a fortune to get good build quality, attractive materials, and plenty of features. The top trim boasts driver's seat memory settings, heads-up display, heated and ventilated rear seats, and Nappa leather upholstery. The 12.3-inch infotainment touchscreen comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard. It also features in-dash navigation and onboard Wi-Fi. Audiophiles get treated to a 10-speaker Harman Kardon optional audio system. Cargo space is generous with 21 cubic feet behind the third row and about 87 cubes with both rows folded down. The wide hatch opening and good underfloor compartment makes the space even better. There's also plenty of space for 8 people in the back if you choose a second-row bench seat. If you go for captain's chairs, you get a 7-seater. An interesting feature is the driver talk function, which amplifies the driver's voice through the speakers in the back of the 2 rows, so your kids can better hear you when you're telling them that you've got 5 more minutes until you arrive at the beach. As for safety, the Telluride has been awarded 5 stars by the NHTSA, and it comes with all the standard forward collision warning with automated emergency braking, standard lane departure and lane keeping assist, and blind spot monitoring. In terms of reliability, Kia offers one of the best warranty coverages out there. Basically, you get the longest powertrain warranty in the business, with 10 years or 100,000 miles. That sounds encouraging. Number 2. Honda CR-V. Probably the best and most affordable compact SUVs on the market right now. The Honda SUV has been a hit ever since its launch. It's the perfect all-rounder for small to medium families who like to get stuff done in style. Moreover, it comes with a pretty good hybrid model that pairs an inline 4-cylinder with 2 electric motors for a combined output of 204 horsepower, enough to hit 60 miles an hour in 7.9 seconds. In the Sport Touring trim, all-wheel drive is standard. If you really don't care about the 40 miles per gallon combined of the hybrid engine, you could also settle for the turbocharged 1.5-liter 190 horsepower engine, which needs about 8.3 seconds to hit 60 miles an hour from a standstill. But we advise you to choose the hybrid. Maybe the only downside of the hybrid is the lower towing capacity, which is capped at 1,000 pounds, compared to the non-hybrid's 1,500 pounds. The good news is that all the CR-V models are fitted with hill descent control, which helps you tackle steep or slippery declines at low speeds like a champ. Inside, the CR-V is like a tidy guest that'll welcome you with honeycomb texture inserts on the dash, innovative air vents, and a partially digital gauge cluster. Interior and cargo space are also great. The large center console bin will become your best friend during long trips, and the 36 cubic feet of cargo behind the second row is enough for short family road trips. The infotainment system operates through either a 7-inch touchscreen or an optional 9-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard. Wireless smartphone charging, additional rear USB-C ports, and a 12-speaker Bose sound system are also available as options. In terms of warranty, you get the usual limited 3 years or 36,000 miles and powertrain warranty of 5 years or 60,000 miles. Number 3. Hyundai Palisade. The Hyundai Palisade is essentially a Kia Telluride with a Hyundai badge. It has its own unique exterior and interior looks, but the same 3-row seating setup and engine. The 291 horsepower V6 engine, paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission and optional all-wheel drive, will propel the Palisade from 0 to 60 in about 6.5 to 6.8 seconds, which is a bit better than the Telluride. Just as its sibling, the Palisade is a superb midsize SUV with a bit of a different personality, a slightly bigger price tag, and some more luxurious features. All Palisade trims come with a transmission cooler, trailer pre-wiring, and sway control technology that can tow up to 5,000 pounds when equipped with a special hitch. Inside, you can seat 8 passengers if you choose the SE and SEL trims, or 7 passengers if you go for the limited and calligraphy trims with the second-row captain's chairs. You get 86 cubic feet of cargo space with all the seats folded down, about 46 cubes behind the second row, and with all the rows up, the cargo space shrinks to about 18 cubes. That's less than you get on the Telluride. Maybe it's also because the Palisade's overall dimensions are a bit smaller. However, the Palisade comes with nice features, such as power folding second and third rows of seats, generous center console storage space, and a convenient space underneath the load floor to store all the muddy or wet items from your adventures. The infotainment system is controlled through a 12-inch touchscreen with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Up to 7 USB ports are available, and passengers can connect 2 Bluetooth devices at the same time. One cool feature of the Palisade is the BlueLink app service, which allows you to lock, unlock, and remotely start the Palisade using Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant. Just as with the Kia Telluride, the Palisade comes with a 10-year or 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, a limited warranty of 5 years or 60,000 miles, and complimentary maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles. That's even better than Toyota. Number 4. BMW X5. It may not be as affordable as the Kia Telluride or the Honda CR-V. It may sport an athletic twin-turbo V8 in its top configuration and some luxury interior details, but the BMW X5 still remains a family SUV. It's probably the best mid-sized luxury SUV for families who want to do things in style. The X5 also offers a variety of engine configurations to choose from. The S-Drive 40i and the X-Drive 40i models are powered by a 375 horsepower turbocharged inline-6, which manages a whopping 4.8-second run to 60 miles an hour. The X-Drive 50e is a plug-in hybrid that pairs an inline-6 with an electric motor for a combined 483 horsepower. The top of the line is the M60i, which boasts a twin-turbo V8, which makes 523 horsepower and can sprint to 60 miles an hour in 3.9 seconds. All these powertrains are paired with a splendid 8-speed automatic transmission. If you ask us, we'd say go for the plug-in hybrid, which offers about 58 miles per gallon combined in hybrid mode and about 40 miles range in electric mode only. In terms of interior, the X5 is everything you'd expect to be. But please skip the third row feature. It's for kids only. If you'd like a mid-sized luxury SUV with a third row, go for the Volvo XC90, and we'll talk about that later. The X5 is for small to medium families who enjoy high-quality materials, lots of charging ports for their devices, and a dynamic driving experience. The $60,000 price tag will get you power-adjustable front seats with memory, power-adjustable steering column, heated front seats, a panoramic sunroof, dual-zone automatic climate control, a power rear liftgate, and customizable ambient lighting as standard. For more luxury, you can choose from options such as massaging seats, remote start, acoustic glass, leather dashboard, heated front armrest and steering wheel, or a Bowers & Wilkins surround audio system with diamond-domed tweets. Don't think the X5 is all posh and no practicality. Cargo space is good at around 34 cubic feet behind the second row and 72 cubes with the second row folded down. As for warranty and maintenance, once you buy an X5, you get 4 years or 50,000 miles of limited warranty, 4 years or 50,000 miles of powertrain warranty, and complimentary maintenance is covered for 3 years or 36,000 miles. Number 5. Toyota Grand Highlander. The Toyota Grand Highlander is basically a Toyota Highlander for bigger families. The third row is really adult-friendly. The interior is nice and well thought of, and the cargo space is more than generous. We love that, unlike the Kia Telluride or the Hyundai Palisade, it gives you a choice of 3 powertrains. First, there's a turbocharged 2.4-liter 4-cylinder which makes 265 horsepower and drives either the front or all wheels through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Then there's a hybrid version which combines a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder with 2 electric motors for a total of 245 horsepower. And the top-spec Hybrid Max powertrain combines a turbocharged 2.4-liter with an electric motor for a total of 362 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. The base non-hybrid Grand Highlander hits 60 miles an hour in about 7 seconds, while the top Hybrid Max does it in 5.6 seconds. So it's quicker than the Kia Telluride or Hyundai Palisade, and it can match their towing power as well. Once you step inside the Grand Highlander, you'll understand why it has grand in its name. It all feels big and comfy. The entry-level model comes with great convenience features for family buyers, such as heated front seats, second-row window shades, plenty of USB and power outlets, and a power-operated liftgate. The car is an 8-seater or 7-seater, depending on whether you get a second-row bench seat or captain seats. The Grand Highlander's elongated body offers 20.6 cubic feet of space behind the third row, which is a lot more than the normal Highlander's 16 cubes. Moreover, the third row can also fit adults comfortably, which is something that you don't get in many SUVs. What we also love about the Grand Highlander is that it comes with a standard 12.3-inch infotainment touchscreen, a digital gauge cluster, and wireless smartphone charging. Yes, they're standard. Toyota's warranty policy is a very good one, with an 8-year or 100,000 miles warranty for the hybrid components and a complimentary 2-year or 25,000 miles maintenance. Number 6. Mazda CX-90. The CX-90 replaces the CX-9 for the 2024 model year. It's a 3-row SUV with a new turbocharged 3.3-liter inline-6 engine delivered in 2 power configurations and a new plug-in hybrid powertrain. From our point of view, the Mazda CX-90 is a mid-size SUV that has all the makings of a luxury SUV, but with a much better price tag than the BMW or the Volvo. It's probably the best compromise in this respect. We particularly like the new turbocharged 3.3-liter inline-6, which is helped by a 48-volt hybrid system to put out either 280 horsepower or 340 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. A plug-in hybrid is also available, using a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder and an electric motor for a combined output of 323 horsepower. What's interesting is that this plug-in hybrid is a bit quicker than the inline-6 when comparing the 0 to 60 times. The PHEV reaches 60 miles an hour in 5.9 seconds, while the 340 horsepower 6-cylinder needs 0.4 seconds more to reach that same speed from a standstill. But the 6-cylinder is the hallmark in the SUV world, and you've got to appreciate its smooth performance and reliability in the long run. All the CX-90 models come with an 8-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive as standard, which is a plus. When you step inside the CX-90, you'll love it. There's room for up to 8 passengers and some handsome styling even in the lower trims. Leather is standard starting on the preferred trim, which is the second cheapest trim. A 10.3-inch or 12.3-inch infotainment display is nestled gracefully into the dashboard and can be controlled via a click wheel on the center console. We love that it's intuitive and it helps you keep your eyes on the road. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are also standard. Cargo space is not as great as in the Telluride or the Palisade. There's only 15.9 cubic feet behind the third row, 40 cubes behind the second, and about 75.2 cubes with all the seats folded down. But the CX-90 has a specific appeal that you can't deny. Its big rear doors open wide, and you can easily install the child safety seats. The towing capacity is up to 5,000 pounds with the extra towing package. The mixed miles per gallon is about 25 mpg for the 3.3 engine, which is good. If you love Mazda's specific luxury and design aesthetics, you'll definitely like the CX-90 as well. Number 7. Volvo XC90. Well, you just can't make a top 10 SUV list without a Volvo in it. You just can't do it. Despite its age, it's now entering its 8th model year, the Volvo XC90 still looks great, drives well, and comes with a luxury cabin that you just can't say no to. It's probably the best affordable mid-sized luxury SUV on the market at the moment. In terms of powertrains, you get to choose between the B5 or B6 variants. The B5 features a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that delivers 247 horsepower. The B6 increases that power output to 295 horsepower. And for maximum attack, you have the 455 horsepower plug-in hybrid recharge variant, which can shoot to 60 miles an hour in just about 4.5 seconds. According to the EPA, the recharge model can go up to 32 miles on battery power alone. The optional air suspension is particularly comfy, and when you combine it with the overall interior plush and comfy seats, you'll feel like driving on clouds. Let's make it clear, if you want a dynamic mid-sized luxury SUV, you get a BMW X5. If you want a comfy plush ride, you get a Volvo XC90. The interior is a masterpiece of design and functionality. Although it might seem a bit old, it's still classy. The high-quality materials, handsome tablet-like touchscreen, and optional Bowers & Wilkins sound system will make every family trip a pleasure. The car's upright and boxy profile makes for a wide cargo area, especially with the second and third row seats folded flat. You can also lower the car's height for easier loading of cargo. In terms of numbers, you get about 15.8 cubic feet of cargo with all the seats in place. Lowering the third row will make 42 cubes available, and the maximum you can get is 85.7 cubic feet with both rear seats folded down. The XC90 also got an overall 5-star rating from the NHTSA, and it's loaded with standard safety features such as forward collision warning and automated emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross traffic alert or lane departure warning. Number 8. Volkswagen Tiguan. The Volkswagen Tiguan is probably one of the smallest SUVs on the market that offers a third-row option. We think it's a really stylish and functional option for smaller families who are especially looking for spacious first and second-row seating and some fun driving dynamics. A compact crossover, the Tiguan offers a somewhat fun 2-liter 4-cylinder engine tuned for 184 horsepower and 221 pound-feet of torque. An 8-speed automatic transmission will deliver that power to the front or all wheels. Although 0 to 60 takes a boring 9.1 seconds, the way the Tiguan handles will remind you a bit of a GTI hot hatchback. Max torque is available at a low 1900 RPM, and you'll love driving it around town, on short shopping trips or road trips with the family. Fuel efficiency is reasonably good, with 24 miles per gallon city and 31 miles per gallon highway, per the EPA estimates. Inside, the cabin feels spacious, comfy, and functional. The interior layout is simple and somewhat peaceful. The Tiguan manages to float over road imperfections like a champ, and you'll come to love its very good body control. Moreover, the cabin manages to absorb most of the road and wind noise. Again, we don't recommend getting a Tiguan with a third row, but if you want to, you should know that you'll only get about 12 cubic feet of space with all the seats up. Once you fold the third row, you'll get about 33 cubes, which places the Tiguan in the mid-pack of the compact segment. You should also note that a 2-row Tiguan offers 37.6 cubes behind the second row and a generous 73.4 cubic feet of space with the seats folded down. That's about what you get in a CR-V. In terms of warranty, Volkswagen offers a pretty standard 4 years, 50,000 miles for both bumper-to-bumper and powertrain coverage. Overall, we think the Tiguan is a good companion you'll grow to love in the long term. Number 9. Jeep Grand Cherokee L. The Grand Cherokee L is the long wheelbase version that'll get you 3 rows, a spacious modern cabin, and a V8 engine that'll breeze past most 3-row SUVs out there. It's also a monster tower with 7,200 pounds towing capacity and an overall broad appeal. Once you pop the hood, you'll find either a 290 horsepower V6 or a 357 horsepower V8 with either rear or all-wheel drive. Both engines feature an 8-speed automatic gearbox, but the V8 is quite a monster when it comes to sound, power delivery, and acceleration time. 0 to 60 happens in about 6.2 seconds. The Grand Cherokee L also offers 3 types of all-wheel drive systems, as well as an optional air suspension for improved off-road capabilities. Basically, a Grand Cherokee L is the SUV choice for adventurous families who don't care about the miles per gallon and who love road trips and camping in nature. Despite its exterior rugged appeal, the cabin of the Grand Cherokee L is pretty luxurious, featuring quilted leather upholstery, wood trim, and high-tech digital displays. All the models come with a third row of seats. If you don't want that, you should consider the standard Grand Cherokee. Going back to interior displays, there's a standard 10.1-inch infotainment touchscreen with standard Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Sirius XM satellite radio. A high-end 19-speaker Macintosh sound system is available, as well as a secondary 10.3-inch display for the front passenger and a pair of 10.1-inch screens for the second-row passengers. They also feature Amazon Fire TV and Wi-Fi connectivity. In terms of safety, the Grand Cherokee L received 5 stars from the NHTSA and comes with standard automated emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist detection, standard lane departure warning with lane keeping assist, and standard adaptive cruise control. In terms of warranty and maintenance, it's not better than the Telluride or Palisade though. Number 10. Honda Passport. Maybe one of the most versatile SUVs out there at the moment, the Honda Passport is a spacious and potent family SUV, offering lots of standard features for the money. Under the hood, you'll find an energetic 3.5-liter V6 delivering 280 horsepower through a 9-speed automatic transmission. All models are all-wheel drive, which is a great plus. Unlike the Jeep, the Honda Passport is an SUV with a sort of dual personality. It'll feel good driving it to the supermarket and taking it on off-road adventures. Yes, the 8.1-inch ground clearance will allow you to do a bit of off-roading. The interior is very practical and functional. There are plenty of cubby storage solutions and a huge center console bin. The controls are where they should be, and the front seats are big and comfy. The back seat is surprisingly spacious, allowing you to carry even 3 people in the back. The 41 cubic feet of cargo space behind the rear seats will turn into 78 with the seats folded down. Every model comes with an 8-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Bluetooth, and wireless charging for your smartphone. Standard safety features include lane departure warning and lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, and blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alert. You'll also feel safer inside knowing it's got a 5-star rating from the NHTSA.